folks, we are back with another round of questions with Captain Sam. This week, we have 3 questions we're going to address, the first of which is, what are the sails made of? Which is a really excellent question, and the answer is it depends. Traditionally, the sails would have been made of heavy canvas, linen or cotton. Far enough back in some parts of the world it was wool. But our canvas is made of a synthetic material called Dacron. It's basically a plastic. And the bonus is that they don't degrade as quickly as natural fiber sails would. So we can have a set of sails that'll last 10 years, whereas a traditional natural fiber canvas sail might last 2 to 3 years. So it extends the life of our suit of sails considerably. Our second question is, how tall is Providence's mast? And at the moment, the answer is 68 feet. But at the moment, we do not have our topmast rigged. Now, on a tall ship, the mast is stepped, which means that we have one piece of mast we call the lower mast, and that's the part right here on the deck next to me. And then there's a separate piece aloft that extends the height of that mast and is pinned in place with a fid. Now, when we have that fid and that topmast up, we are about 94 feet, 93, 94 feet in height. Entirely too much to go under the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. But at the moment, being 68 feet, that is a thing we can do, and you might get a chance to see it if you come with us on one of our day sails. The third and final question for today is, how did you, Captain Sam, get involved in tall ships? Which is a great question and has a really good story. I started sailing about 15 years ago. I had never been really on a sailboat before then, so I immediately started work on a tall ship and had no idea what I was doing whatsoever. So the first vessel I sailed on was called the Hawaiian Chieftain. She's a super cool catch-rigged boat, and I had a friend of a friend who worked on her consort vessel, the Lady Washington. And he was staying at our house and was talking and talking and talking about this vessel. And we told him, we made a deal that if he stopped talking, we would go see the boat he was talking about. So we did. It was great. We went on a sail that was described to me later as the single most boring day sail in the history of sailing during the day. We were on a river, and we got off the dock, and we set the sails, and we made just enough way to stay abeam the dock for 3 hours. So, not the most exciting, but I thought it was great. And so I asked if I could be a volunteer on the Lady Washington, and I was told that no, they didn't have space for me right then, but if I wanted to go on the Hawaiian Chieftain, I could do that. So I went down in the port of LA to the Hawaiian Chieftain, and I was going to volunteer for a day. I ended up staying 6 months, ended up with a paid contract, and have been sailing ever since. That first day, I definitely fell off the dock and into Los Angeles Harbor, which is not my favorite place to be. But, you know, it was a lot of fun, so I've stuck with it. And now I can drive the boats that I started out on, so it's pretty exciting stuff. When someone goes through all of the iterations of crewing from deckhand to mate to captain, that's called being a hawse-piper, as opposed to going to a maritime school. And I think that hawse-piper captains are a super important part of sail training and tall ships in general, because it allows you a knowledge that you can't get out of just a school. So that's where I'm at. All right, folks, thank you very much for joining us. We will see you again in subsequent weeks with more videos.